Hey everyone, it's Will, Gamer Dad, with another video for you. So first off, I'd like to give a shout out to one of my Patreon supporters, Ben. Thanks for your support. Now, even though we did have an update earlier this week, if you're a veteran of this game, you'll know that the 7-day encounter should be at the beginning of every month. And since we are in May UTC time, I did check right now. We do have a new update here. So it looks like we do have a few different things from the names, the Brilliant as well as Twin Destinies. It looks like there's something for everyone. So let's just scroll right down and take a look here. So obviously this is going to happen tomorrow, approximately 24 hours from now. So there's going to be a Brilliant encounter, which is very, very exciting. We don't get Brilliant encounters all too often, and so I'll cover it tomorrow in my Should You Summon series. But if it's anything like previous Brilliant banners, this is a free banner. That is, you do need to use 1,000 free stones or paid stones, but you do guarantee a 4.5 or better. And so I'll just scroll down in a little bit and take a look at what is involved in that banner, as well as a Twin Destinies encounter. Now again, for those who are familiar with the game, a Twins Destinies is a paid banner, so 1,000 stones or a Heaven's Ticket, and that guarantees 2 5 stars, if not more. Obviously, there is a 2,000 Chronostones package as well. However, that is awesome and continues on with the tradition of celebrating months of the Japan version 5th anniversary. So let's take a look here. Part 4. So again, the Twins Destinies, one-time paid, guaranteed. Wow. AS, ES, or parallel altar units are guaranteed. So you're not going to see any of those normal styles. So the downside, of course, is units like Eva, Flamelopus, and Melissa may not be available, Pizzica, for example. However, you can still get them on polls 1 to 8. Polls 9 and 10 are going to be AS, ES, or parallel. So for those who are looking to add some altar units to your game, or even some more powerful recent ES units, this is definitely the way to go. It only lasts for about 8 days. So that is pretty good, and in general, any banner that offers you more than 1 5-star with a paid pull is pretty good value, but we can cover that, like I said, once the exact list comes out tomorrow. And of course, for those who are free, including myself, you can use 1,000 stones for the Brilliant and guaranteed a 4.5 or better on the 10th. And so those are the upgradable 4 stars that can be into a 5-star or an ES, Altar, or AS. So not even bad, but there are some downsides to it depending on how far you're into the game and how complete your roster is. Of course, for those who still haven't used your Star Dream encounter, you still do have a couple of weeks left. So remember, if you do pull near the end, you will have about, I think is it 28 or 30 days from the time you pulled the banner in 30 days in order to use that Star Dream piece. If you pulled on the Star Dream banner earlier on, make sure you don't let that Star Dreams piece expire. I've heard of some horror stories where it has, and essentially you're wasting a 5-star of your choice. So please don't do that. Yeah. All right. So only one discounted Chronostone package. However, if you're new to the game, you still do get a free 1,000 stones. For us who've been continuing to play, unfortunately, you'll have to have saved up 1,000 stones in order to take advantage of the Brilliant encounter. No additional Chronostones, although we still do get 100 stones for the next week and a half or so. So you will definitely have time to save up for 1,000 stones if you choose to put your stones towards this banner. And there is definitely a 7-day encounter. So the 3 units this time is Shiguri, AS Victor, and AS Akane. So let's just take a look at that, if that one is actually available. Remember that the Twins, Destiny, and Brilliant will show up tomorrow, and so this one does show up tonight. Same as before, 7.77% of showing up. Note that we do get 0.7% of everything else if you'd missed on those 3 upgraded banners. So I guess in tonight's episode of Should You Summon, we can quickly talk about these 3 units in the 7-day encounter. Obviously, Flamelopus, Eva, so on and so forth. Altar units should be here, including the Silver Striker. Hopefully you guys have done the mythos up to chapter 6, in which case you'll know the identity of the Silver Striker, but the other colored altar units are here as well. And unfortunately, 3.5s, 4s, and bots and Rainbow Sisters and so on and so forth. So, just quickly covering these. Obviously, these are all katana holders, although I don't believe Victor AS is an Eastern unit, the other two are. This banner, honestly, is actually not a bad unit, especially if you don't have any of them in any form. So, in terms of Kane AS, she is an older unit, however, she does have a manifest, and with her manifest, she actually can do some very significant fire / DPS. With her manifest, she essentially builds up her stacks, and during the AF, those stacks don't disappear. So she's doing multi hits, and they can build up to quite a high multiplier as well. So for those who've seen even true Manifest as Xion in action, she can be definitely quite comparable in damage to that. So not a bad add as well. Now, one downside to Akane AS is that technically we probably have had a 3.5 or a 4-star version of her, even if you're relatively new to the game. And so if you saved up your treaty seeds and chant scripts through grinding all those green and red keys, you probably will be able to side grade her relatively easy. So in terms of an actual value for a paid banner, keep in mind this does require 1,000 paid stones or a Heaven's Ticket. Not as much value for Akane AS, although she's still a decent unit. Now, AS Shigure. We saw the normal Shigure being featured on the water banner for the Silver Striker, and at that point, I would say the normal style is really outdated, very low DPS, not much use. However, the AS version is actually quite a good water zone setter. Potential for very high DPS. When he VCs in, he also attacks while establishing water zone, so you get an extra 7.5% AF charge. During the AF, he can build a ton of stacks, and then depending on the number of moves done the previous turn, it actually can give type attack to your entire party, including to him. Not only that, but he can actually do a move that allows an end of turn attack, which is a water slash attack, which can allow for end of turn shenanigans for either charging additional charges in AF so you can build up more quickly, or just the fact that she can do a lot of damage after an AF. Not bad at all. AS Victor, on the other hand, is quite a broken unit in the right team. Now, you've probably seen some other YouTube videos using AS Victor. Personally, I have not side graded AS Victor, but that's not because he's not good. It's just that I haven't had the need to do those crazy, very high DPS, low turn clears using him. So his specialty is, of course, he's a Thunder unit. As his AS version, he can generate a ton of hits, and the more hits he does, especially during the AF, it'll build more and more kind of stacks, which can essentially allow him to do heavy duty multiplier. Not only that, he has an end of turn wind slash attack, AoE I believe, that is dependent on the multiplier during the AF. So if you use a large AF, and he can definitely help you build it there, the end of turn from that, or end of AF I should say, of that, will slash right through, do extreme DPS, and well, you know, you can end the game in 1 or 2 turns if the boss is relatively weak, or help you to a lot of low turn clears as well. So he is a very valuable member of this banner, and if you don't have, for example, Shigure and or Victor AS, not a bad banner. Victor AS, definitely the prize out of the 3 of these. So let me know in the comments below if you're planning on summoning on this one, and if you have some initial thoughts about the Twins Destiny as well as the Brilliant banner. Now for myself, obviously as a free-to-play player, I will not be summoning on the 7-day. I actually do have AS Shigure. I have all 3 actually, or 2 plus I can side grade the AS Victor. And in terms of tomorrow, not really decided what I'm going to do. Twin Destiny, again, is a paid banner, so I will not be participating in that one. In terms of the Brilliant, honestly, I'm missing so few units in the game, I believe. Other than altar units, probably just 4. And so the chance of me hitting something I actually do need is extremely low. Although, you know, I am tempted, but we'll see. My stone count, you can clearly see, is quite low after the Flamelopus incident, and so have to really think about that. But hopefully, whatever you decide, it will work out extremely well for you, and you'll get the unit or units you really want. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.